The gauge did not read what I was feeling with the pressure of the tire. So that gauge is a little wanky in my opinion. Gotta show some love for the late great Sean P. It's the renewable and rechargeable review with the RSI Guy.
Hey, RSI Guy here, and today we're reviewing our Black Series portable air compressor. As you can see, it's a handy little unit, and this unit is good for filling, your tires, your inflatables. If you're taking a trip up to the lake or to the river and you're going to do some floating, you blow up those devices when you get there, not at home, as you can't do that. They take up too much space in your vehicle while traveling. And I don't know if you have the lung capacity to fill those items as necessary. Now, it does have a car plug here where you plug it into your cigarette lighter. Now, you will be hard pressed to reach the back wheels in a car from the front cigarette lighter. So if you do have a outlet in your boot or your trunk, as some call it, you can plug it in there and reach the rear of your vehicle wheels a little more easier. Because if you have to do it from the cigarette lighter on your dash, you may need a car charger with a longer cord to extend the reach of this unit to, reach those hard to access tires. Now, if you, excuse me, now if you have a slow leak, this is a good unit to plug in and get the tire back inflated so you can get to a tire repair shop or get to a gas station, and pay that 8, 9, 12 quarters, whatever it is, for a minute's worth of air. And if you do have inflatables, the gauge theoretically should tell you how many PSI, pounds per square inch, to put into that to inflate it. But I find that this gauge is a little off as far as its reading. But it still filled my inflatables where necessary. So this is a handy unit to have as long as it performs up to expectations. So with all that said, let's take a closer look. Now, let's take a closer look at our Black Series portable air compressor. It's a very compact unit, nice handle to carry and hold while you're filling. More on that in a minute. But the actual unit, there's the power button on off. There's a gauge that measures your PSI, pounds per square inch, to fill your tires or inflatables. And the cord, which plugs into your car outlet, wraps around the base of the unit in this little groove. And then the actual air where you put onto your tire is connected there. Now, one thing with this unit, the cord is short. So, yes, you can plug it into your cigarette lighter in the car and reach your front tires. But if you have anything bigger than a sedan, you're going to be hard pressed to reach those back tires. So you will need a car adapter to plug the socket into, hopefully with a long cord, and extend your reach, to your back tires, or to whatever device you're trying to pump up if you need the extra space. Now, the gauge doesn't really register correctly as far as I can tell. On my bike tires, it said 55 to 65 PSI or something. But when it was actually full, the gauge read about 30 PSI. And when I've used this on my car, the gauge never really registered to what the inflation was. And also, being that it's a compressor, there's a lot of vibration and shaking around. So if you were to sit this on the ground by your tire, you can see how it gets eaten up a little bit, because it vibrates, violently, as being an air compressor does. So you have to pretty much stand there and hold it. And if you're on the side of a highway or, in a rainstorm, that's not very convenient, even though a flat tire never is. But if you do have a slow leak or, just lost some air and you need to refill it, this is a good device, handy to have on the road. One thing I did notice is that the plug, have to jiggle it a little bit in the outlet sometimes to get the power to come on to make the connections fit. And if you do have an outlet in your trunk or at the rear of your vehicle, you can plug it right into there and reach your rear tires or, whatever you're blowing up, whether it be floaties for the trip out to the lake, whatever you need to blow up with an air compressor. Now, theoretically, this is a very good item to have with you for emergencies. It doesn't take up a lot of space, but for the space it does take up, you want it to work every time. And this is a meh. It works, but there are some shortcomings to it, like the shortness of the cord and the ability to know what your gauge is actually at. Alright? So, if you need it for emergencies and it works, it's awesome. But if you need it for emergencies and it kind of comes up short, not so awesome. So that's why I give this one a meh. If you found this video at all helpful or informative, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel below. And also visit us on Facebook and Twitter, and also our website, RSI Green Energy Network.org. RSI Guy, signing out. All right, y'all. Have a good one.